Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Here we go with another Short Shifts episode. We got 10 minutes on the clock. My co-pilot on this magic carpet ride, Jeffrey Jehu Zoolander Lavecchio, not happy that I'm using his line.
It's my carpet.
That's okay. He has no idea the topic of today. I am very excited about this topic, something I'm very passionate about in hockey. You ready to go?
Let's hear it. What do we got?
Transition, baby. Winning the transition game in hockey. I want to know, for you, Jeffrey Lavecchio, what does that mean? What is winning in transition, and how important is being good in transition, both offensively and defensively in hockey?
Oh, man. I love that. I mean, at higher levels of hockey, like this is where you expose teams. Juniors and up, everybody's got a set up forecheck when the puck, meaning the puck goes behind the net and the team sets it up. Well, now they've got a setup breakout against a setup forecheck. And then it becomes very, it's hard to do things, and it's easier to stop. It's hard to do it, right? But in transition,
it becomes a very methodical,
it becomes
monotonous
a chess
game.
match. Yeah. Very monotonous, kind of boring. It can go like, you get the puck deep. Now the other team, now they set up. Now we
probably not going to be a very high scoring game.
Not a high scoring game, right? But if you're able to, when that puck gets shot out of the offensive zone and your D-man sprint back and you guys got a plan of attack and you come up quick while they're changing or while they're not set up in their structure, that's where you can expose teams' weaknesses, expose teams that don't talk to each other, expose teams that don't come back to the middle or do the right things or puck watch or anything like that. And at the younger levels, this is where you can really expose teams. Even in the AHL, man, to demonstrate this point, in the AHL, I played for Scott Gordon when I signed out of Western, and I finished that year with like 20 games in the playoffs and regular season. Scott Gordon was coach of the year, the AHL that year. It was the winningest team in AHL history up to that point, I think, in a single season. And every time the puck got shot right outside the blue line or to the red line, we had like a play that you had to do every time. It was two wingers would curl to the far side or winger and center. The D-man would, as soon as
the weak side. So let's say
the weak side. Yeah.
The puck gets flipped out towards the benches.
Okay. To the bench side.
Both forwards would then go to the penalty box side.
They would curl to the penalty box side, and the D-man who got it at the benches would take a hard clapper around behind the net hard, so the goalie couldn't stop it, a rim, and then the other two guys that went to the penalty box side, the first guy would sprint down the boards and he would fake like he was going to get the puck. So he would sprint down the boards, and right as it would come to your stick, you would lift your stick. The guy second forward would go right behind him and he would get the puck. So D-man is going at the first guy and he's going to hit him and play him like he's getting the puck, but you just let the puck go under your stick. And like right away, then the third guy would curl through the middle. So you had two guys down low on the puck, a third guy high, strong side D-man was backing them up there too. And they might run an exchange, and it was every time. And dude, we got so much offense off of this. And that is a completely non-sexy transition, and it worked in the second best league in the world like butter every single time that thing worked. And transitions happen all over the ice. And so if you're a team, and with Hastings at Omaha, we had to come out, sprint to the blue line when the puck got dumped out of our offensive zone. You had to sprint to the blue line, and you had to fill 3 lanes. So if you were coming up the board with another guy and there's nobody in the middle, you had to quickly get over to the middle and just fill 3 lanes. And that was our quick transition, was our D-men are going to sprint to the puck, and then we're going to fill 3 lanes and somebody's going to be open, and obviously there's more transitions than that. But I think for me, a key to quick transitions is the guys closest to the puck. Let's say we're going from like the offensive zone, it gets dumped out, we're going to retrieve it. I think sprinting to the puck is massively important, whether it's transition from offense to defense, defense to offense, you're chasing a puck carrier. It's got to be an all-out sprint, because you're just going to allow yourself more time to make decisions.
Yeah, and offensively, you talk about sprinting to go get the puck. You talked about those other three guys. Like, you have to sprint to spots without the puck too. Transition doesn't only work or tradition, I should say, transition doesn't work if only the guy going to get the puck is going fast. Everybody else has to sprint to their spots as well. And you mentioned, like, I think the key to good transition is like really stingy, tough to play against defensively. Like, if you're really good with your gaps, and you're hard to play against, and you force teams from their defensive zone to have to flip pucks out in the neutral zone, or when you're in your neutral zone defense, you're forcing turnovers at the red line or potentially the blue line and can go the other way. Like, that's where it starts, right? And so in talking about transition defense, like gaps, and when you're actually going back in transition, you have to talk, you have to sort things out, and you like really just have to have good habits defensively to cause those turnovers, good sticks, good angling, good pressure. Like, that's where it starts, because transition offense can't happen until you until you get the other team to turn the puck over, right? So sprinting back through the middle, good sticks on the ice, good gaps, like that's going to force the other team to do what they don't want to do. And if you're easy to play against, you're not going to get any transition because you're going to play in your zone the whole time.
I'd probably say that's my number one key to transitions is sprinting to spots, or like sprinting to whatever your role is on the transition, whether you're on offense or defense. Quicker you can get there, the more time you have to make decisions. And I mean, that's transition. It's just hockey in general, but for sure on transitions, it's so important.
Yeah, transition happens fast, man. It happens fast. And you said it earlier, like the key to great transition is the fact that you are playing fast offensively and you're catching the other team before they can get into their structure. Like, when you get to the higher levels of hockey and a team gets into their structure, it is very, very hard to create any offense. That's when you hear coaches talk about manufacturing offense, like chipping the puck in, going to get it, go east-west, low to high, get traffic in the net. That's what happens when the other team is in their structure. Now, in transition, you're catching them before they can get in their structure. Now they're all over the place. Now there's more time and space. Now there's more space all around the ice because guys aren't where they're supposed to be. And that's the key. And that's why you hear so many coaches talk about playing fast, playing fast, playing fast. Well, what does playing fast means? It means getting to your spots without the puck. And it means playing fast, getting things going north as quickly as possible. Like, what was the World Junior? They talked about like north or die or something like that. The U.S. World Junior team last year, like they wanted to get it go north fast. And that's why. Catch the other team before they get into their structure, because it's impossible. It's impossible to make plays when the other team's in their structure. It's crazy.
It's so hard. It's so hard. And when you realize, like, I've talked about this when we were talking about breakouts probably like a month ago or something. When I was younger, I was in my head, I'm like, oh, well, if I just like float higher, I'm closer to the other team's net. So it's gonna be easier for me offensively, to get the puck up there. But like, no, dummy, when you do that, you're standing closer to the defenseman on the other team. Whereas if you create that separation and you sprint back, especially a guy like me who didn't have Toph's vision, like I played with my head down, especially when I was younger. I've talked about this on the podcast a lot. But when I would sprint back and stop and then transition back on offense or like on the breakout, I would have way more time to catch the puck, get my head up, survey the ice before that opposing forechecker or defenseman was going to run into me. And it's the same thing with transitions. I mean, guys, I can't tell you how many shorthanded goals I scored on like some kind of quick transition, like where it would get kicked, we'd kick it out of the zone, or they'd try to dump it back in. My computer is failing me here. And we would quick transition and we would catch them. I scored a lot of shorthanded goals in my career, and they were usually off some kind of quick transition.
You know who was really good at that is Quebec. When we used to coach against them when I was at Cornell, like their structure in the neutral zone was like impossible to get through. That's why they're so good. But what they would do is they would create so many turnovers in the neutral zone because they were so staunch defensively. And then the F1, he would find a spot And it was almost like a given. Like as soon as that turnover, that F1's in the middle of the ice, he's finding a spot in between the D, and it's boom, right up in the middle to that F1. And they caught teams so many times just watching it on pre-scouts and stuff. And they were really, really good at that. And so, yeah, man, like transition is everything. If you're really good in transition both ways, like I'm not just talking about offensively, like if you're really good at, slamming on the brakes, back hard through the middle, good habits, stick on the ice, like you're going to disrupt a lot and there's not going to be a lot coming back your way. If you're really good at sorting things out on the track and the back check, like that's huge in transition defense. And then offensively, just playing fast before teams get into their structure, particularly like, teams that are prone to turning pucks over in the neutral zone, like you'll be a winning hockey team.
Get that frickin' transition going and share the show. One
Share the
second.
show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.